everyone, and welcome to the Kingdom Keepers podcast. I am your host, Liz, and with me today I have Kenzie,
Hello.
Maddie,
Hi.
Taryn,
Hi.
and Jessica. Howdy. Today we are going to introduce ourselves, our podcast, and our love for Disney. But first, we are going to briefly discuss some Disney news of the week. This week in Disney news, there was a bear in Magic Kingdom. On Monday, September the 18th, a bear was spotted by a cast member in a tree on Tom Sawyer's Island, causing half of the park to be shut down at opening until around 10 a.m., while wildlife officials carefully and safely removed the bear from Disney property. The bear has since been released at Ocala National Park.
I mean, that day, it was all that anyone was talking about at work at Disney Springs. It was just the rage. And it felt crazy to me, and I kind of wanted to be there so badly just for the chaos of it all, but what can you do?
My park greeter friends made a bunch of memes about it. I sent it in the group chat and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. It
The
was like,
memes that were
sir,
going around were top
they were
notch.
funny. The park greeter ones are my favorite because it's like, sir, do you have a ticket? Do you have a park hopper pass? I thought that was wild though. I felt kind of bad. The poor bear.
Caribbean Beach Room update. So, rooms at the Caribbean Beach Resort have gotten a Little Mermaid themed update. These rooms are located in the Trinidad section of the resort, and the updates included a new paint job, updated bathrooms, and also included a fifth sleeper pull out sofa option. This update looks like many of the more recent updates Disney has done to its moderate resorts, clean looking with minimalistic theming. Besides the colors and the artwork, these rooms look like a nice modern hotel room.
I have a lot of mixed opinions about this. Honestly, I think it looks very clean and I understand like why they're going this route, but it definitely doesn't feel like what I'm used to. I want when I go into my hotel room or when I step into the lobby of a Disney hotel, I want to feel that immediately. So, it definitely is it's mixed feelings for me for sure, but I understand that it does look cleaner and it's probably a lot cheaper as well to do that route.
So, in Epcot, there's a new donut place. It's replaced the old Starbucks location. It's new where the poutine stand is if you're heading to the right of the Imagination Pavilion. They currently have the flavors are apple cinnamon, vanilla, and salted caramel, and you can get it in a waffle cone.
And that is it for our Disney news of the week. Today's topic is Meet the Kingdom Keepers. We're going to go around and answer some questions about ourselves so you guys can get to know us. Okay, so for our first question, who are you? And in one sentence, tell us why you love Disney.
Hello, I'm Kenzie. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. And I love Disney because of the overwhelming feeling of nostalgia and wonder that Disney consistently gives me, whether it be in the parks, watching the movies, etc. I just am obsessed with that feeling.
Hello, I am Liz. I'm 23 and I live in a small town in Michigan. I love Disney because it just gives me a place to be unapologetically me. I've been going to Disney since I was a young child, so I have a lot of very special memories there with my family and friends. And it's just a place where everyone can be themselves, and it's a really comforting place for me.
Hey, I'm Mads, first and foremost. I'm 21 and I love Disney just because like it's always been like that safe place for like the inner child to be like no one can judge you if you're a Disney adult because you're a Disney adult. And who's gonna comment on that? So I love Disney. It makes me happy. It's a very carefree vibe, like honestly.
So, I'm Taryn. I was born in California in that has allowed me to go to Disneyland multiple times as a kid. It's just brought lots of family memories, and I just have always wanted to work in the company ever since I was a kid.
Howdy, I'm Jess. I'm 21 and I love Disney because my family went all the time when we were kids, and growing up and just going to Disney all the time was such a great experience. And I'm not a huge fan of roller coasters, but the Disney rides, like, I'll do almost all of them besides Tower of Terror. Don't put me on that. But the Disney parks are just such a great like experience to have, especially when you're a kid. So that really opened up my love for Disney. What are your three R's? So your favorite resort, restaurant, and ride, and then also tell us what your favorite park is. My favorite resort is Old Key West, which is a DVC resort. My favorite restaurant would have to be Raglan Road. I just love the vibes and the live music and dancing in there. It's just spectacular. And my favorite ride is the Jungle Cruise. I am a sucker for all of those jokes, and I just absolutely love it. And my favorite park is Animal Kingdom. I'm going to say something controversial yet brave for my favorite resort, okay? I love Pop Century. It's mainly for nostalgia purposes, but such a great resort for the price. And I love the little food court and all the little statues that they have. It's so great. My favorite ride would be Big Thunder Mountain. My favorite restaurant would be Via Napoli in Epcot, and my favorite park would be Epcot.
My favorite park is Animal Kingdom. My favorite resort is Yon Beach Club. My favorite restaurant is Salu Canteen, or however you pronounce it, the Little Pandora restaurant. And then my favorite ride is Flight of Passage.
That's so hard. I'm so indecisive. Okay, my three R's would probably be I love the Polly. Like the Polly's just so cute, and that was also our first like major roommate memory outing like together. So that always has like a special place like in my heart. Um, Restaurant would be Our Guest because I literally ate there religiously, as we know. And then probably Space Mountain. That's just the one ride that like I would always yell at y'all like, let's go, let's go, let's go, Space Mountain, every time. And no one wanted to do it with me, but it's fine. That or Rock and Roller Coaster because that was always like a fun place too. Then park. Ooh. I love Magic, but I'm a Hollywood Studios girl at heart, just because I'm a sucker for walking down the boulevard for Captain America's song while it plays. It's just chef's kiss for sure.
I would have to say my favorite resort is Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village. I would have to say my favorite restaurant is Skipper's Canteen in Adventureland. And my favorite ride is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. But classic ride would have to be Thunder Mountain. And my favorite park is without a doubt Epcot.
What is one Disney memory that you love?
It would have to be meeting my roommates and all the family trips that I took to Disneyland with, including the trip I took with just my uncles.
Honestly, I love Disney to begin with, but like going through it with roommates for the first time and like actually getting to live there was a whole different kind of vibe. So like us grocery shopping was probably the best thing I think I've ever been with. Either that or the night of the Poly where you taught me how to swing dance before I was a line dancing girly, and where I fell in love with Lizzie Pooh for the first time. Um, and when Kenzie, her only comment to that night was, "It's green," about the Dole Whip. So probably that, and like the bus ride of all of us there. I just thought that was one of the things that I like remember so vividly was like that night. And Taryn being so shy and quiet the whole time.
My favorite memory from Disney was this past year we went on a family trip to Disney. It was actually a trip to haul Liz back from her DCP, and we brought my partner with us for his first ever trip to Disney, and it was so fun just seeing it through his eyes and through like a first timer going to Disney. and we actually set him up because we wanted him to go pull on the sword and the stone, and we thought it wouldn't work and he would just walk up and be embarrassed. But he actually ended up pulling the sword out of the stone just randomly, so we have a video and pictures of all of our reactions to it, and it's just so funny to look back on, and it's one of my favorite memories. So, one Disney memory that I love was while I was on my Disney college program, my aunts and uncles all came to visit me, and my Uncle Nathan and my Aunt Heather both did their Disney college programs in 2001. That's actually where they met and became friends, and I just it was the most wonderful time getting to experience Disney with just them. And it was my Aunt Heather's birthday while she was down there, so we went to Magic Kingdom that day. And I walked into the Sir Mickey's shop that's over in Fantasyland. And I asked one of the cast members there to give her some pixie dust for her birthday. And she had never been pixie dusted like that before. She didn't even know it was a thing. And so I was just glad that I could also build on her Disney memories while she was the one who inspired me to go into the Disney College program along with my uncle. It's always been a dream of mine to do it, and to have them there while I was on my college program was super special, and I'm just so glad that they could all come down and hang out with me for the week.
Wow, there's so many to choose from, but the first one that comes to my mind would definitely have to be last summer when we had our iridescent evening. So like a evening that the cast members had the whole park to ourselves. I got to dance a little bit with Chip, and it was magical.
For those of us who have and still do work at Disney, what were your program dates, and then what was or is your role?
My program lasted from April 25th to August 25th of last year, so 2022. And I was a Hollywood Boulevard strawberry. And for those who don't know, that basically is the iconic 30s dress that the merchandise cast members wear on Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard. And then I was also a car mechanic. So I was a mobility cast member at Oscars.
My DCP dates were April 25th to August 25th, and I made magic in the Magic Kingdom at Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor and Carousel of Progress.
So my DCP dates were from January 18th, 2022 to January 12th of this year. I worked in attractions and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And now I'm full-time at food and beverage at Disney Springs.
Um, okay, that's a fun one because I like cried in the Magic Kingdom trainer office to keep that role. But I was April 25th to August 25th for what's it called? Animal Kingdom. Food and Bev, quick service girly at Pizza Fari, and then I extended and went into August 25th to January 5th as a park greeter at Magic Kingdom.
Jess, if you could work at Disney, what role would you want? I'm the only one who hasn't experienced a DCP here, so the job that I would do is I currently work as a social media manager. So my dream job at Disney would be to work as a social media manager, especially for the Disney Parks content. I love those pages, and the content is always so fun with the park updates, the merch drops, and the food. They're just so creative with that content, and it would be like so fun to do that. And finally, what do you want this podcast to be, and what are some episodes that you are excited to record?
Um, I I'm same with just I want it to be a very just laid back and fun. We don't have to talk about like the serious stuff. I just want it to be about like us and our love for Disney, and I don't know, maybe just like future ideas. Like maybe one day we all go a trip to Disneyland and record about that because it's a complete difference. Or like we do something with like Disney art. Or I don't know. I'm just excited to have a laid back, chill vibe with the podcast.
The podcast episodes that I'm most excited to record are the ones that we'll do on history of the theme parks and all the rides, and I'm also excited for the Imagineering episodes.
Probably Halloween stuff because I really feel like talking about the Halloween parties is like a fun vibe, and then like all of the holiday events that they're doing, especially with the new Disney news of like the Hollywood Studios is now having a party while the Magic Kingdom parties are going on because everyone was complaining that other parks didn't have anything special for after hours. As well as like just kind of going deeper into like who we are, of like the relationships we had while we were there, what that's like what living there was like for people who like me haven't lived on my own ever, getting to like be independent and just kind of like what the program looks like to each of us because I know it's a different point of view for like each of us.
So this podcast for me is just a way for me to express my love for Disney, express my opinions on certain things, and just being a really positive place to come to and to talk about the thing that I love, and to be able to share that with my roommates and my sister and any other guest people we have come on. It's just going to be a great collaboration of Disney adults doing what they love. And episodes that I'm excited for, I'm really looking forward to recording some of the Never Have I Ever series that we're going to do, where we watch a movie we've never seen, or go experience something at the parks that we've never done, or eat at a restaurant. And we just talk about those experiences, especially for me, growing up as a Disney kid and then growing up into a Disney adult. There doesn't seem to be a lot of things that I haven't done or haven't seen, but in reality, I think there is, and I'm very excited to try new things and step out of the Disney comfort zone that I've put myself into.
I really want this podcast to just be a very laid back and fun take on Disney. Not just news or serious matters, but also just a place where we can geek out on all things Disney and, share our experiences. I feel like it's just going to be really fun. And one episode I'm really excited for would have to be a build your own park episode. That sounds like so much fun to be an Imagineer for a day. Very excited for that.
I want to thank all of my co hosts for recording this episode with me and for all of you out there listening. With that said, that is all for this episode, my friends. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Kingdom Keepers Pod to stay up to date on announcements and future episodes. To participate in our episodes, you can comment on our social media and send us emails to kingdomkeeperspod@gmail.com. We will see you all next time. Bye.
Peace out, home skillets.
Bye, y'all.
Whoa.